All right, my boy, my guy, King Sounds, drops King Talk, the deluxe edition, on all digital platforms, right here on YouTube, Spotify, and also on Apple Music. The link's in the description. Go ahead and check it out. All right, man. Apparently the Bucks made a couple moves this offseason. They didn't get Bojan Bogdanovic, but they got Drew Holiday. They got rid of Eric Bledsoe, I believe. And also, they brought on a few more people like Nick Stauskas. Shout out to the University of Michigan. Go Blue. But let's talk about why the Bucks should just go ahead and move Giannis right now. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Understand that Giannis can and is eligible to sign a Supermax deal. What is it, $200 million, $230 million? But to be honest, the Bucks could come out the East with the team they had. But the issue is that Giannis has to evolve his game. You know, it's about the people next to him. But then again, Giannis don't know how to play without that ball. And even with the ball in his hands, people going to like this. He ain't LeBron James, all right? He ain't Michael Jordan. LeBron James can score every way you need him to score. If, you know, you put a gun to his head and his family head, he can post up and give you the buckets. You put him in the the mid-range and tell him to face up, he can blow by you. He can hit the floater. He can mid-range jumper. You tell him to go out to the three-point line, he can do that. He can step back three-point. He can step back from the mid-range to the elbow. Then he's also a master facilitator. So LeBron is more than the triple threat. All right, LeBron is it's only a handful of guys in the league that can do what LeBron do with the ball in his hands. And that's why he can have the ball in his hand 98% of the time. And this team can be successful and compete and win championships. With Giannis, see, people ain't going to understand this, but I'm going to break it down. This should help people get clarity. With Giannis, either with his ball in his hand, he an okay passer, he can make people better, but he ain't Bron. And not too many people got that ability. But you're not worried about a post-up. You're not worried about a turnaround. You're not worried about a floater. You're not worried about a baby hook, a sky hook. You're not worried about a mid-range jumper. You ain't worried about it. You ain't worried about a three-pointer, a step-back three, or nothing. With Giannis, either he putting his head down, getting to the paint, dunking, or laying up, or he getting to the free throw line, or nothing. And that's the issue. The biggest issue with Milwaukee is Giannis Antetokounmpo and offensively with Mike Budenholzer. All right, Giannis, they never really let Eric Bledsoe, which I agree with the move of Eric Bledsoe, but they really never let Eric Bledsoe and Chris Middleton create for themselves or create for Giannis. It's pretty much Giannis driving to the bucket, kicking out and creating for everybody else and making them spot-up shooters. But Giannis has not mastered and maybe never will master the ability to make his teammates better with the pass. But you put Drew Holiday there, of course, okay, he can hit a spot-up spot-up three-pointer every now and again. He could defend better than Eric Bledsoe. But really, does it make them get over the hump, especially with Brooklyn entering the Eastern Conference? And then my dark horse, my top dark horse is Philadelphia, because they got a coach that can walk and chew bubblegum. So now they got a real coach in Doc Rivers. Milwaukee just ain't done enough for me. And one of the ways they can do more is Giannis improving offensively. See, what most of these new age basketball players do, instead of working on the inside out, they go out there like Ibaka and start jacking up three-pointers. When if they get on the block and then work their way out from the block to the three-point line, Giannis would be difficult. If Giannis develop a post game and Giannis develop a mid-range jumper, a floater, and then he made his free throws and hit an occasional three, Giannis would easily get them to the championships in prior years. Giannis is not developing his game. And the worst thing that could have happened to Giannis is him be back-to-back MVP. If he developed his mid-range jumper, a push shot, a floater in the postgame, Milwaukee in prior years probably would have walked to the championship. But now you got teams like Boston, you got teams like Miami, you got teams like 76ers who caught up. The number one reason Milwaukee ain't make a championship is the guy you're looking at. He ain't improved not one bit from last year to this year. He has to work on being a better offensive threat. Mid-range jumper, push shot, that's what he got to work on. And also, Mike Budenholzer can get him moving without the basketball. One thing he can do is slash and cut. And Drew Holiday will help with him slashing and cutting to the rim, but they got to draw offense where, the ball's not in his hand. He the same shit as Harden. They'll never get over the hump with offenses like that. What you mean, CJ? All five defenders going to be on him driving to the lane. The difference is Harden give you the razzle-dazzle. Harden can give you the step-back three. Harden can hesitate, pop from the mid-range, the floater, and finish to the rim. With Giannis, I ain't worried about him hitting the three, a step-back mid-range shot. I'm just worried about him putting his head down and getting to the rim. I'm not worried about him kicking it out to somebody and making somebody better with the pass. Milwaukee be best served to get rid of him right now while he got value. You know, tell him what team you want to go to and make a trade happen. Milwaukee not winning this year. It's just true. He ain't going to stay. Because if he don't sign that supermax contract, you know, why fool each other? That team ain't good enough to be. Drew Holiday ain't good enough to get him over the hump. Not this year. Not this year with Miami. Not this year with Brooklyn. It's probably going to take some while, but they're going to hit their stride. Not with Boston. Not with the 76ers with a real coach. You know, and God help Joel Embiid if he get into some type of fitness, some type of shape. He has no chance. They gonna get stopped in the second round. And then you're going to be sitting there looking stupid and probably going to have to sign and trade Giannis to where you want to go to get something from him. I'll get rid of him right now. More than likely, you won't have full capacity in a new Milwaukee Bucks stadium. You know, but, you know, they fans going to hold out hope that they can win and get the job done. But I'm here to tell you that if he don't work on this game and add to his offensive repertoire, they not going nowhere. Drew Holiday, it ain't like you putting Damian Lillard or Steph Curry over there. Or you bring a LeBron, or you bring an Anthony Davis, you bring a Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, he have his moments, but it ain't like you putting an all-star there. You know, he'll upgrade from Eric Bledsoe, but that's not good enough. It has to start with him and then developing guys, if they still got DJ Wilson, or developing guys like, I know they still got Devenchenko from whatever his name is from Villanova. It's all about those guys developing. It's all about Giannis developing the offensive game. If they don't have motion and move him off the ball and have him slashing and cutting and Budenholzer's offense, Milwaukee is doomed. And people are not going to like this video, but I'll flip him right now while he got stock. I'm like, where you want to go? I ain't even going to bullshit you. Where you want to go? Now, if they added a James Harden, they added somebody like that, Chris Paul in, I'm like, okay, maybe. But right now, this team, unless Giannis just really rehauled his offense, this team ain't going nowhere fast. You know, I think, honestly, I will flip him. You know, more than likely, you want to flip him out west. You know, and that's where you want to, you know, flip him out west. I mean, you know, I don't know, where do you probably want to go to Golden State, the Lakers, the Clippers, something like that. But you know what? You can't blame him for going for one last run with Giannis. But amazing basketball player, but I just think limited as an offensive skill player. And I think he's the reason why that group last year, and Eric Bledsoe being injury prone, didn't show up. And also Budenholzer. They gave him slashing and moving out the basketball. They probably make it to the championship next year. If he develop a jump shot, a post game, and a floater, they probably make it to the championship. But the chances of Budenholzer making a motion offense and Giannis adding that to his game is slim to none. So let me know what you guys think. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All our social media links in the description. Quickest way to reach us is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We got an Instagram group, Facebook group as well too. All links in the description. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link is in the description. Cash App there as well too. Appreciate the love, support. Share the video.